Well, hello. So this message goes out to all the Ghostbuster haters. Hey, what's up, yo? So I'm gonna break it down again, and I'm gonna try to explain to you as to why it's really because you love Ghostbusters, how painful it is that you are actually impeding the process of the brand growing. So you know how long we waited for Ghostbusters to come back? You're basically, with your hatred, you're trying to put nails on the coffin and say, "Go, Bass, go away, Ghostbusters." I don't want to see you again. Now, people, I think maybe in their mind, they're thinking to themselves, if we protest this Ghostbusters movie, maybe we'll get a male Ghostbusters movie and true to, like, basically, like, maybe a shot for shot of the previous movie. I don't know what people want, you know? Um, but the thing is that's not how the studios look at it. If you don't go see this movie, they'll just see the Ghostbusters brand and they'll say, didn't make any money, so we're not going to make a sequel, and we're not going to make a man movie. Hasba shalom. That's creator forbid in Hebrew, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If any, and you say that so that you have that connection, whatever. But back to the topic at hand. Basically, when you do that, you're impeding the process of the growth of the brand. And this movie is presented, if you love the brand, I am going towards it, and I'm going to go see it a couple of times, not just because it's women, because it empowers young girls. And I think also, I don't understand why, when someone creates something, I don't know why anybody would come in and say, I don't like that. You don't go to someone's house and say, I don't like your child. I think that's insulting, right? And I think to Paul Feig and the cast members of this particular movie, that's their child. I think when a movie, I draw the line when a movie is racially offensive. And when it's really like, that's when I feel I need to speak out about movies like that, then that's when I draw an issue with them. But, or just insulting. But this movie is not insulting. This movie is just an alternate reality where these women happen to be Ghostbusters. Are they going to bring it? Are they trying to grow the franchise? I hope so. I would like to see the Ghostbusters come back in various different forms, cartoon, toy lines, whatever. And yes, of course, I would love to see a male Ghostbusters movie, a male and female Ghostbusters movie, combine them together, do like a Civil War bring in a whole third group of people that are trying to raise the dead and communicate with the ghost, just different factions like the X-Men universe. That's what can happen. That's what can happen if we rooted for just the brand in general, and if we just shared in the joy. I'm sure that the individuals that are in this movie, Kate McKinnon, and Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones, I'm sure that this is a movie that they loved when they grew up, and this is something that is really beautiful for them. So who are we to sit there and say, oh no, you're ruining my childhood? Really? I think Paul Feig said it best. It is so dramatic, honestly. The only way I could ruin your childhood is if I go into a time machine and went back and made you an orphan. It's true. No one is ruining your childhood. What people are trying to do is they're trying to grow a franchise and bring more players into the game. And a revolutionary way is to switch it up a lot. And, that's what I say. And I don't have a problem with the haters I mean, of course I have a problem with the haters because you're destroying the brand itself. It's Ghostbusters. Come on, you guys. We love Ghostbusters. I love the cartoon. I love the movies. I would have loved to see it grow. It tackled a lot of really interesting issues. So, why are we sending it hate? Why are we sending the brand and franchise hate? We should be rallying and switching over and being like, you know what, you're right. If we just appreciate, we'll get a male Ghostbusters movie and maybe a branch off. So what do you think about the controversy? I think it's time to, if we love Ghostbusters, in general, I think it's just to say, you know what, I'll go see it. Who cares? It's, women can be Ghostbusters too. Thank you, and I wish you a wonderful year.